Be seeing you on stage in 2 shakes of a dog's tail. Gather round, ladies and gentlemen, gather round. Our first order of business is to celebrate this fine figure of a dog as winner of the pie baking contest.
Attaboy, Chuck. I knew you could do it. Hey!
And to honour this achievement, Fido here will preside as Master of Ceremonies of the pie-eating contest to commence shortly.
I'm here. The Major doesn't stand a chance.
Ha! I once ate a kidney pie the size of a Shetland pony, and I had room for dessert and coffee.
Your starter's pistol, doggo. And now, I'd just like to say a few words. Where are me blinking notes? They were up here just a minute ago. It's not every day that tragedy strikes a helpless town like this. But I'm most honoured to be here in your moment of need to help you all collect enough funds to rebuild the orphanage. That is, the orphanage for lost dogs. And I'm delighted to say that I haven't seen such an outpouring of charitable giving among fairgoers since the great Lancashire earthquake of, let me see now, some years ago.
I don't remember hearing about that.
Dreadful it was. Teapots tossed from their cosies, sheep shaken right out of their fleeces. Most dreadful indeed. So, keep up the good work here today, and be sure to spend at our wonderful attractions, as it's all in such a very, very good cause. Now, without further ado, Colonel Crumbs and Mrs. Gobbledygook will go head-to-head in the pie-eating contest. Now, Mutt, pull the trigger. It's been a busy week. Just one good deed after another. First, I takes in 3 homeless hounds, then I helps a town, do-gooders, cough up the cash for a noble cause. Yeah. And now I've trapped me a tricksy little trespasser. Now listen here, mutt. I built this fair up from the sweat of me brow and a pile of scrap. And if you think I'm going to let a mollycoddled mongrel chuck a spanner in the works, you don't know Monty Muzzle. Aye, your time on wheel comes soon enough. And being man's best friend, you wouldn't want to stop the ride and disappoint your punters now, would you? But until it's your turn, you can blinking well stay put. Oh, and don't start whining and yelping for help. You'll have my security system to deal with if you don't keep the noise down. What is it? What's going on in here? Up to something in here, are we? Down, mutt! It's not your dinner time yet. Seems to have been a false alarm. But I'll be back in here at the drop of a hat if there's any monkey business. What's going on here? What's all the racket about? Oh, another blinking dead dog. The Workshire whelp hadn't even been for walkies yet. Pity. Get off me, you filthy beast! That'll be an extra few hours pulling duty for you. No more out of you.
We're slowing down already! Muzzle! Your blinking ride's not fit for service!
Blinking engine must have, died again. Ah, there we go.
Woo!
Oh, hello, Twitch. Gromit was looking for you. Enjoying the fair? Oh, I see. You'd like to have a go on the ride? Well, I don't know. Where the heck's Gromit? He should be showing you around. No, well, I suppose I can take a break. Let's go. I don't know if they let dogs on board, Twitch. Steady on. I know it's not fair, Twitch, but we can always ask. Easy there, boy. Got quite a bit of strength for a little fella. Blinking Lola. You mean poor Gromit's inside the ride? What happened, lad? Monty Muzzle? Heavens above. Twitch, you better stay out of sight. I've got to see about getting Mr. Muzzle to shut down his ride. Oh, this is no time for games. I need to shut down Muzzle's ride and save Gromit. Oh, this is no time for games.
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabbily.
I don't think taking a fry break will help me find Gromit.
Oh yes, everything seems to be in order here. Nothing to report. Woohoo!
That blooming Bobby has been up there for an hour or more and won't get off. He says he's carrying out an inspection, but he won't find anything untoward on any of my rides. Everything's above board here.
Of course.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Your rides had a sort of mechanical trouble, I see.
Oh, no, that's nothing. Purely cosmetic. The inner mechanics still run like clockwork.
Oh.
Had to institute a weight limit, though. Don't want any heavy hands bringing things to a halt.
No, of course not. See, you had to give the ride a bit of a patch job, eh, Mr. Muzzle? The muzzler seems a bit bumpy.
She was damaged during a speedy disassembly a few weeks back. Had to pack her up in a hurry. Yes, had to rush off to attend a tragedy in a cattery in the next town. Terrible business. But Monty Muzzle's philanthropy won through in the end.
I'll leave that where it is. Doesn't suit my immediate purpose.
The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the Major seems to have met his match in Vinny, the Wonder Nosher.
See, you had to give the ride a bit of a...
She... Yes, had to rush off.
Nothing I need. I was wondering if I could, have a go on the ride.
Righto. But first, you'll have to hop on the scale.
Oh, of course.
Going to have to wait until the constable's finished, though.
Ah, all right. Oh, Mr. Muzzle?
Yes, Mr. Wallace. Hope ice cream sales are going strong.
Well, yes, the Infini flavor's come into its own today.
And splendid. And all that money, it's been donated?
Oh, yes, for the pups.
For the pups. Mr. Wallace, if I can be straight with you for a moment.
Of course, please.
I'm afraid our little business arrangement isn't going to work out as I'd hoped. Given the current adverse climate, plus new developments, technological advances, shifting landscape of the ice cream world, etc., I'm not going to be able to help you turn the Infini flavor into a global brand.
Oh, well, I quite understand, Mr. Muzzle, but that's not what I was inquiring about. I was wondering if you'd seen my Gromit.
Who?
Gromit, me dog.
Oh, the dog. Oh, no. Why would I have seen him? Probably wandered off with a poodle or Pomeranian. You know what dogs are like.
Yes. Never mind then.
If you've lost your dog, hire a dog catcher, Mr. Wallace. Don't look to me.
Oh, and Mr. Muzzle,
What is it?
I was wondering about the whippets. I haven't seen them about.
Don't you worry about them. They're well taken care of, happy little mites, running round in circles, chasing their little tails, I shouldn't wonder.
Oh, all right, so they didn't make it out to the fair then?
No, not exactly.
If I may, again, Mr. Muzzle.
What now?
Well, I could have sworn I saw Gromit.
Listen here. If a man says he doesn't know where your ungrateful mutts run off to, he means it. The rest of us are trying to help those dogs that didn't see fit to run away.
Mr. Muzzle, about Gromit,
No, I blinking well haven't seen him. Run off the ass. I know more about this.
Mr. Muzzle, about Gromit,
No,
I say, cooey, Constable Dibbins.
Can't hear you. Carrying out a safety inspection of this ride's facilities. Woo!
But PC Dibbins, I'd like to report a missing canine report.
Can't be interrupted, Wallace. Whee!
It's Crum and Gabbly now, putting away pies as if they haven't eaten for a week.
But PC Dibbins, if I could have a word in private.
What was that?
I'll leave that be. Looks as if someone's already won. Looks as if someone's already won.
It's a clash of titans, ladies and gentlemen. The munching major versus the guzzling granny.
Hello, Duncan. Miss Flit.
What do you want, Wallace?
Well, I don't know how to say this, but,
Come on, out with it.
Duncan, let the poor man speak.
I think Mr. Muzzle has dog-napped Gromit.
Dog-napped? Oh, that's a good one. You mean to tell me that old Monty Muzzle, the charitable dog lover and second most sensitive, caring man at the fair, has swiped your mutt? Ha! Now that's rich.
Yes, I know it sounds ridiculous, but...
Really, Wallace? It's not very charitable of you to be spreading rumours like that.
Well, never mind then. So you two are now, you two. An item, as they say.
That's right, we are.
Well, actually, Duncan and I are just getting acquainted.
But then, having got acquainted, McBiscuit and Flirt will be a proper item.
Well, we'll just see how things go, is what Mr. McBiscuit means.
What now? Going to tell us Mr. Paneer is actually the mastermind behind a gang of money laundering, vegetable smuggling greengrocers? Pull the other one.
The contest hasn't ended yet?
Why, no, it's a last man woman standing competition.
Who's winning?
As if you had to ask, man.
By my count, the current leader by a thick crust is Mrs. Gabbly.
Hogwash!
Woohoo! And I'm relishing every bite.
I'm just getting warmed up.
We'll see about that. Mr. Wallace, would you mind bringing Paneer this slip of paper here when you've a moment?
Righto. You've fallen a bit behind, eh, Major?
Nonsense. Enemy propaganda. Don't believe a word of it. Soon as I've claimed victory, I'll be back on my favorite airborne attraction.
Oh, right. The ride. Enjoying a bit of a lead, eh, Mrs. Gabberly?
Ooh, I think I am, but I'm enjoying myself so much I've lost count.
I can't believe you're in the lead. Look at the munching Major.
Happen, but don't forget the tortoise and the hare, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, you must be getting tired.
Poppycock, I've a soldier's belly. Just have to focus, man. Look at these stacks of empty tins. I can't be far behind.
Aren't you feeling full yet, Mrs. Gabberly?
Heavens, no, pet. It's rare that I get to let my hair down at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Quite.
This one is to die for. Pity I can't offer you a taste.
Are you feeling all right, Major?
Never better, Wallace. Victory nears. I say, this one's a real mouthful.
Enjoying a bit of a lead, eh, Mrs. Gabberly?
Ooh, I think I am, but I'm enjoying myself.
I can't.
Happen.
It's meat pies by dawn. And my heck, look at that crust fly.
Hello, Mr. Paneer. I was wondering if from your elevated vantage point, well, you haven't seen Mr. Muzzle up to anything suspicious, have you?
Suspicious? Oh, you mean like planning a secret surprise for the fairgoers? No, I can't say I have. But you never know what he's got up his sleeve.
Not exactly. I mean, anything unsavory. Up to no good.
Mr. Muzzle? No. He may offer less than substantial prizes for his attractions, but that's just in the name of charity. Don't be ridiculous, Wallace.
Oh, all right then. Thanks anyway. Enjoying the action?
Oh, very much. I've commentated on many a local cricket derby for the hospital radio, but for sheer drama, cricket's no match for pie eating. And it's not every day I get to address the old town.
And the action is now really heating up.
Excuse me, Paneer. Mrs. Gabberly wanted me to give you this.
Must be a message to read out for the fair.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. All fairgoers are cordially invited to attend Mrs. Vinnie Gabberly's victory celebrations to be held later this evening at the Gabberly residence. That's everyone including Major Croc, so long as he's humbled by defeat and pie fatigue.
A scandalous suggestion. You'll regret the day you taunted a crumb.
The Infiniflavor's been a rip-roaring success, but I can't sell any more cones until I free Gromit. I could never have built the Infiniflavor without Gromit's help. The Infiniflavor. Oh, I shouldn't poke around behind any of Mr. Muzzle's attractions. Oh, no. Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. Oh, I've never abandoned Gromit. Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold. Oh, well, perhaps this one isn't for me.
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabbily.
Your home smells of a patch of mold. Oh, we've the odd bit, I know, but it's not that bad. Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. Oh, I've never abandoned Gromit.
Attention! I was just handed this note. For a limited time, all attractions will be double the price. You heard it right. All attractions will now give you twice the charitable satisfaction. A fantastic idea for those suffering a guilty conscience.
A balloon, always good for a lift. I'd better get back to the fair and try and save Gromit. Good heavens! Heavens above! Norbury blue! Cheese! The fair is for such a good cause. Maybe there was just some sort of misunderstanding with Mr. Muzzle.
The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the Major seems to have met his match in Vinny, the Wonder Nosher.
I don't see the point in it. Maybe you two would like to share a balloon?
Oh, I don't go near balloons. They make my hair stand on end.
Oh, all right.
The lady says she doesn't want it.
Righto. Message understood. Hello, Duncan. Miss Flit.
What do you want, Wallace?
Well, I don't know how to say this, but...
Come on, don't wait.
Duck, let the poor man...
I think Mr.
Dog napped!
Really, Wally?
Crumb and Gabbily now, putting away pies as if they haven't eaten for a week.
I know you're busy, Major, but I have a spare balloon.
Love balloons. Oh, but not now, Wallace. Got her up against the ropes.
Fancy a balloon?
No, thank you, dear. Must focus on the task in hand.
And the munching Major Crumb is making heavy weather of his mastications. He's going blue in the face.
Can I interest you in a balloon, Kinnear?
No, thank you, Wallace. I'm plenty preoccupied with this microphone.
By heck, look at these.
It's a clash of titans, ladies and gentlemen. The munching Major versus the guzzling Granny.
Where did those blighters come from? Who's been pilfering our pies?
These aren't yours, Major.
Oh, why, they could be, I suppose.
Oh, the rest of me finished pies.
The rest?
Oh, my stomach told me I'd got through more than just these appetizers here.
And Major Crumb has just learned that Mrs. Gabberly is in the lead by a most devastating pie margin.
Oh, not feeling too tickety-boo right now. I think I might have been outpied by the enemy.
And it seems the Major might be giving up, though he's only 9 pies behind.
9? That's it. I capitulate. I surrender. Hoist the white napkin of chronic pie fatigue.
Yippee!
And down goes the Major, out for the count. Attaboy, Mrs. Gabberly. Congratulations!
Woohoo!
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you like pies, Veneer's Purveyors of Peculiar Produce is open daily for all of your baking and pie-eating needs.
I can't believe she beat me. I'll never be able to show my face in the officer's mess again.
Never mind, Major Crumb. You guzzled gamely. Perhaps you just bit off a bit more than you could chew.
Perhaps a man must know his limits. The only thing that can lift my spirits now is a spin on that RAF ride, if you'll excuse me. Oh, I must have put on 5 stone.
And remember, whether you want pakora, pies, puddings, or pomegranates, they're all available at Veneer's Peculiar Produce, just 2 minutes walk from this fairground.
Chock full of donations. But Muzzle doesn't seem like such the dog lover now. I was wondering if I could have a word.
Of course.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that Mr. Muzzle might be up to no good.
Ooh, you mean robbing the rich to give to the poor? The scoundrel.
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but I think he might have got a hold of my grommet.
Well, he's taken hold of the entire town, hasn't he? Really reached in and brought out the philanthropists in us all.
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
Now, don't be jealous, Wallace. You've helped raise plenty of money with your ice cream machine. You should be proud. Now, if you don't mind, I'll just be finishing my pie.
The pie-eating contest is over now, Mrs. Gabberly.
Oh, I know, Chuck. Just wanted to polish off this last morsel. Can't stand wasting food, me.
I was wondering if I could have a word.
Of course. Well, he's taken hold. Now, don't be jealous.
Too heavy? Balderdash! I was only on her this morning.
Oh, just over our limit, I'm afraid, Corporal Crumb. You must have piled on pounds since then.
That blinking contest! And I'm a major, don't you know?
Aye, a major liability. So, you're banned, for safety's sake. Perhaps go for a jog or something, and work off some of that extra weight.
When's Major Crumb's turn on the muzzler?
Who knows? The bleeding constable's been up there for ages.
When's Major Crumb's turn?
Who?
Veneer's Peculiar Produce for all your favorite foodstuffs, and some you probably never knew existed.
How much pie did you eat, Major?
Not enough, clearly. That old granny has a devilish appetite. Probably possessed by a parasite or two. Family of tapeworms living inside her, I shouldn't wonder.
And now you can't ride your favourite ride. Oh, what a pity.
Over the limit, I'm afraid. Bureaucratic nonsense. Never used to fret about namby-pamby weight restrictions in the army. We'd cram 20 men in a truck, 3 on a bicycle, 5 in a bunk.
But you're only slightly too heavy, Major.
Yes, so I'll stand here till I've dropped the weight. With a finely tuned metabolism like mine, I'll burn it off in a few short hours. Let's have a look. Bah!
How much pie did you eat, Major?
Not enough, clearly. That old granny... over the limit, I'm afraid.
But your own...
Yes. Bah!
You mean you weigh every rider?
Each and every one. I can't have any big Berthas putting my business and my charitable enterprise in jeopardy.
So you...
Where?
From sweet to...
Hello, Wallace.
A note, Mr. Paneer.
Your home smells of a patch of mold?
Mr. Paneer, you've clearly never been to the House of Gabberley, and now you never will.
A note, Mr. Paneer.
Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold.
But Duncan, isn't that the last line of your poem? The one you wrote specially for me?
Why, yes, my dear. Its greatness is such that it's already been quoted.
The poem you wrote each and every line of?
Why, yes, of course.
How odd.
And that little pick-me-up comes courtesy of Monty Muzzle's fortune-telling machine, generously shared by Mr. Wallace.
A fortune? Wallace?
Honeycakes, I can explain.
Explain nothing. It's plagiarism, lies, deceit. I'm through with you, Duncan McBiscuit.
Felicity, my wee North Country nymph. I wrote all those other lines, especially I want to be your haunches.
From sweet to savory, pickled to preserved, and fresh to frozen, Panier's peculiar produce has it all. Plus, we also sell umbrellas, beach balls, indoor barbecue equipment, and a full range of domestic fire extinguishers.
A note, Mr. Paneer.
Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. That's odd.
Stop the ride! That's enough. Suppose I'd better get back to the station. Duty calls.
And remember,
Any more in there?
Good day, Wallace.
Constable Dibbins.
Yes, Wallace, what is it?
I need to report a crime, a kidnapping, foul play at the fair.
Whoa, slow down there, Wallace. That's a very serious allegation. Now, carry on. What happened at the fair exactly?
It's Mr. Muzzle. He's a wolf in dog's clothing. I mean a sheep. He's sheep-napped Gromit. I mean dog-napped. It trapped him inside his ride, he has.
Trapped your Gromit? Inside the ride that I just spent hours inspecting? And why would he do something like that?
Well, I couldn't say for sure.
So, you mean to tell me that a man has gone out of his way to construct an elaborate fundraising event for the sole purpose of kidnapping your pooch?
Well, no.
Mr. Wallace, you are aware that fabricating evidence and making malicious allegations is against the law?
Yes, but...
Then you ought to put a sock in it while you still can.
Constable, you must listen to me.
I must do nothing of the sort. As an officer of the law, I hear complaints like this all day, every day. And you know what I do every time?
Investigate, huh?
Not on your Nelly. I do a big fat nothing. Because most of the complaints are from people who are off their trolleys. My advice is go enjoy the fair, Wallace. That muzzle's sound as a pound, if you ask me. Can't be bothered with that right now, Wallace. I'm on duty, and it's an honour to serve.
Constable, you must listen to me.
I must do nothing of the sort. Not.
You mean you weigh every rider?
Each and every one. You can't have any big berthers putting my business, my charitable enterprise in jeopardy.
Sure you can't allow the Major on the old muzzler? He's just over the weight limit.
Don't risk it. If you operated your own fairground, you'd understand wealth and safety. I mean, health and safety regulations.
Anier's peculiar produce for all your favorite foodstuffs, and some you probably never knew existed.
How much pie did you eat, Major?
Not enough. Clear over the limit.
But your own...
Yes. So I... Ah!
A balloon, Major Crumb?
Who doesn't love a festive balloon? Used to tie the old balloon to our knapsacks when we were in the long grass to distinguish ourselves from the enemy.
Perhaps you're ready for the ride now?
You might be right. I'm feeling lighter on my feet already.
Well, weight limit passed. All aboard.
Wahoo! Tucked away! Cabin doors to manual. Ready for takeoff. Blam! Yeah!
Good heaven!
Major Clump's carrying too much excess baggage. The ride's going to burst at seams.
We've been hit!
Oh, my giddy ants!
Oh my! Those poor dogs were trapped inside of that dreadful machine the entire time.
Gromit! Are you all right, lad?
Where is that monster, Monty Muzzle?
He was just here a moment ago.
I'm up and away. Hey, what are you doing?
What is that?
It's Monty Muzzle!
And our money!
And Twitch!
Arrivederci! Monty Muzzle stock is on the rise.
This is no time to jettison the cream, Gromit. We don't do floats. What'll it be, lad? One swoop or two?
Oh, good show, Muzzle, old chap. Not exactly what I planned, but a clean escape, nevertheless. A few quid, and one unexpected runt richer. What do you say, boys? Think we can find work for this emaciated mongrel? That's what I thought. Oh, Knickerbocker glory!
He's got a head start, lad. We've got to find a way to close the gap. Careful, Gromit. Those lead-lined tires are costly, and they weigh a ton. Without a new flavor scan, the Infini flavor defaults to vanilla. Somebody stop that balloon! Dash it all! Muzzle's caught a tailwind. It's just too fast. That bow-tie propeller is giving his balloon extra thrust. Careful, Gromit. Those lead-lined tires are costly, and they weigh a ton. Without a new flavor scan, we're going as fast as we can, lad. Shit just doesn't have the welly power. Don't worry, Gromit. We'll nab him. Just got to gain a little speed. Hey, looks like we've sold out of all our cones. That's good news. That would only provide a bit of crunchiness. No time for that, Gromit. The crank needs to be in place for churning, Gromit. I'm giving it all she's got, lad, but it's like having a baby elephant on board. Now we've shed some pounds. I wonder what could have been that heavy. With puncture-free lead-lined tires. Those didn't come cheap, you know. And how are we going to land without any undercarriage? Look, we're gaining on him. We're as light as a feather, but Muzzle's balloon is still outpacing us. We're as light... The crank needs to be in place for churning, Gromit. The old churning arm had its work cut out with that batch. Whew, things are getting a bit sticky back there. Direct hit, lad. Hey! Now he's up a gum tree. We'll catch him now.
Muck up my engine, will they? I can still outrun them with the wind at me back. Ha! Hey, they've run out of lift. Ah, sorry, my little twitching bag of bones, but no one's coming to save you now. Where do you think you're going with that? Fine then. Let go. Escape me, a flea-ridden friend.
It's too far. It's too far. So near yet so far.
The money stays. You're going to have to pull harder than that, you titchy tyke. The money stays. Let go.
Your little chum is putting up quite a fight. Try to reach Twitch. He's so close. You need longer arms, Gromit. Your little chum is putting...
You're not taking my hard-earned charitable donations.
I think it's going to be all chewing gum from here on. We've served our last scoop of useful ice cream, lad. I think it's going to be all chewing gum from here on.
Come off it, runt. You don't stand a cat's chance in hell.
Best keep that bird seed away from Twitch. Those chickens look ravenous. They might peck him to bits. Talk about feeling peckish. They're famished.
Hey, easy, easy. You've already been fed today. Ow! Get away! Stay away! Now, listen, chickens. What? Ah!
Let's go, Twitch.
Please, please! Someone call off the chicken!
We've served our last scoop. Lucky Grab, Gromit. Let's get out of here. We're one scoop too many, lad. Oh no, Gromit. Brace for impact. Gromit! Help, Gromit. Muzzle's moustache has gone flat.
This is all your fault, dog.
Don't lose that arm, Gromit. Nothing a little glue can't fix. This balloon's got no lift.
I've got to save what I can.
Heavens above! The ground's approaching, Gromit. Do something! Help, Gromit! Muzzle's moustache is a poor parachute. Steady on! This balloon's got no lip.
Now look what you've done, you beastly animal. Boy, come here, you. The dogs land on all fours. I don't think so. Don't think those donations aren't mine just because they're floating about. Now look what you've done, you beastly animal. Steal from me, Monty Muzzle. That's not how it works, sunshine. Gotcha.
Steady, Gromit. It looks dangerous. You could get your paws nipped, or worse.
What are you doing? Give that back right now! If you want your master to take you for walkies ever again, you'll be very careful with that. Careful, I said. No! My money! Oh, my beautiful money!
Help! We're still falling, lad. Quick! We could do with some more air. It should hold us for just long enough.
They might have flown too high and suffocated in the atmosphere. Happened to many a bomber in the war.
And all to save a poor defenseless puppy. Who would have thought Wallace was so selfless and brave?
Aye, but more importantly, that blinking fairground villain still got our cash. He's due a soak in the mouth and a kick in the head.
Honestly, Duncan, the last thing we need is more violence. We need heroes.
Look! Eyes, use his beard! What on earth is that? It's a...
Giant mustache?
Ah, I've seen bigger.
You're alive!
Yes, and saved by a whisker. Something of a close shave, eh, Gromit? Oh.
Ah!
These poor pups won't go homeless after all, Gromit. Me and Mr. Gabbly would be thrilled to take them in.
No, we wouldn't.
Pipe down, you misery guts.
Great. Yet another mouth to feed.
3 mouths.
Oh, no.
Anyway, Gromit, feel free to pop by for walkies any time you like. Your friends will always be here. Oh, that little one's quite the hero. Have to keep him out of trouble from now on.
Wallace! Oh, that was a feat of incredible bravery.
Oh, it was nothing, Miss Flit, really. All in a day's work for Gromit and me. Couldn't let Muzzle run off with our Twitch now, could we?
A man like you is 1 in a million, Wallace. Your courage, your selflessness, your aerial acrobatics. You could have been killed, yet you saved the poor whippets, apprehended the monstrous Monty Muzzle, and saved everyone's fortunes. You're a true hero to the town.
Oh, thank you very much, Miss Flit. Now, if only I could find the piece that...
feel a little awkward asking you this, Wallace, but I was wondering...
With a bit of elbow grease, I'm sure Gromit and I can have this up and running again by Christmas.
Wallace, I have a proposal for you.
Oh, I wonder where this goes.
Oh, Wallace!
Yes?
A proposal and a ring! How shocking!
I beg your pardon, Miss Flit.
Oh, and so polite. Now, calm yourself, Felicity. Will I, Felicity Flit, marry you, Wallace?
What?
Pull yourself together, Felicity, my girl. You mustn't rush into this. I'm honoured that you would have me as your bride, Wallace. But I must think it over. I shall give you my answer within the week.